Hey girl, how
Hey,
are you?
I'm in the car. I was gonna go to the garage and get some quietness from the family, but it's too many bugs outside, so I'm just gonna sit in this car.
Hey, look, that's mom's life, right? I just made it home literally like 5 minutes ago. I've been messaging you. We've been communicating all day. Just made it home. I did two open houses today. Hey, thank you for joining.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I know we only got 30 minutes for today's session. So whoever's not able to join today, they can definitely catch the recap. I will leave it on my IG story. So, everyone, I want to welcome my co-host, Miss Danielle. Danielle, if you want to go ahead and just give everyone an introduction of who you are and what you do, and then we can go dive into what we got going on.
Okay, so you broke up a little bit. So you said introduce myself and do what else?
Yeah, introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are, what you do, and then we can go into the event what we're planning and talk about self care. What does it look like to us?
Okay. So I'm Danielle, or Danny. The CEO, founder, executive director of Creative Connections Youth Outreach, which is a nonprofit organization that specializes in violence prevention. We also focus on a couple of other components, which is our mental health, wellness, health and wellness, um, financial literacy, workforce and professional development. We do also case management and juvenile justice. So we do a lot of things to try to help and serve our community in whole. We originally started out with just doing serving our community with teaching financial literacy. But after going through the process of teaching financial literacy and actually doing cohorts, I actually learned that our youth and our community need a little bit more. And we actually need a little bit more help mentally to be okay. So I have gotten a little obsessed with the idea of the mental health capacity. I have actually gone back to school now to get my LCSW, and actually I would like to add on a clinical department to my nonprofit to help people in this mental health space. I'm actually not right now a mental health first aider, so I'm able to see signs of things, and I am a mandated reporter at this point. So yeah, I have really become obsessed with this life, and just being able to serve people in a full capacity in whole. So that's me, that's my organization, and go ahead. We're going to talk about what we do for our self care.
All right, so Danielle is a beautiful soul. Her and I met a few years ago, and ever since we connected, it's been nonstop. Just her message, her delivery, everything that she stands for is something I personally stand for, and just this relationship meshes really well. So her and I have hosted prior events together. I'm also a part of her business team as well. When she comes in, well, she'll have me come in and do some candle making sessions, right, leading with guided meditation. So we definitely have a long history together in such a short time. But everything about Danielle, you all definitely want to check out, especially if you're for just reprogramming your mind, financial literacy, and so much more. So thank you, Danielle, for everything that you do. And that does go into like what we're about to discuss also. So Danielle and I have an event that's coming up on World Mental Health Day. And it's actually an event that Danielle started putting together. And as we put together all the pieces, it just showed that it fit for her and I to collaborate on it. So Danielle, if you want to share some details on what we got going on.
Sure, of course. I'm excited to even have an event like this because having this event in honor of World Mental Health Day, of course, like I told you guys, I am a little obsessed with this mental capacity now at this point. So I definitely wanted to do something to celebrate this event. Last year, we were vendors at I think it was called Social Works or something like that for the Mind for in honor of World Mental Health Day as well, which was another like relaxing day for the mental capacity. Also, me and Taharia did a live last year in honor of World Mental Health Day, talking about the mental health and a whole lot of other things and how my nonprofit and everything, how they kind of tie together. So again, this is just something I'm passionate about, very much so. So I just knew that it was time for us to begin to do something and just give back to our community. Also last year, Taharia came along and helped me. We kind of gave an event like we're getting ready to do this upcoming time with our mental health one, before at a shelter, and we gave all the people at the shelter who don't have any family and loved ones, and it's just them inside of a shelter, a day of like mental health and self-care as well. And we didn't call it a mental health day. We called it a pamper event. It was the essence of spring is what we called it. But we went to the shelter and we literally pampered people at the shelter, gave them massages, mini manicures, pedicures. We did a paint and sip with them. We had donated clothes, slightly used clothes for them to shop. We gave them toiletries, little gift bags, and all type of stuff. We had refreshments for them. So just a time for them to kind of just relax and woosah. So we kind of wanted to reinvent that event, but instead of it being for people in the homeless shelter, we wanted to do it for people that are out here giving back to people and are constantly helping and doing for other people. So people in that field, like so our teachers, our healthcare workers, our law enforcement, anybody like anybody in the social in the human I can't stop the human services department, like so our therapists, our social workers, are all those great people who are out here constantly giving themselves to other people to help and to serve their community and help their people. We wanted to create an event for them, even moms that are out here. And I'm going to speak from a mom that has a child with a disability and say this event is even for these for moms or parents or dads that have children with disabilities that just need a day to just kind of say woosah, relax. So this event is for anybody who can resonate with that and who can just use that day up to just say, I just need a break. And this event is free for the first 20 people. You don't have to worry about a cost unless you don't get those tickets first. Within then you will have to pay a small amount to come and partake in this event. But a lot of our vendors are coming and they're giving away their skills and their services for either free or a very discounted price, just so people don't have to worry about that financial hardship or capacity of trying, oh, how can I afford to do this stuff. So it'll be at a discounted or free cost for you depending on when you register. This is our way of giving back. But if we can get some sponsors, then it won't be any cost for any tickets. But let's see. As of right now, we got to see. We could probably get all the services waived if we can get some sponsorship packages. But if we cannot, then you guys, it'll be a low cost so everybody can afford the prices. But I'm really looking forward to this event. It's called Mind Your Mind. And we'll be opening up with yoga. We'll have a panelist of experts that'll be coming to speak to our guests about ways to increase their self-care and how the self-care actually ties in with your mental health. And we'll have a candle making session hosted by yours truly. We'll do some painting because all of these are things that help to ease stress and anxiety and worry, and it's therapeutic. So we'll be doing things to help people to just kind of relax, like I stated. So I'm excited about this event. Because it's gonna be, hold on, y'all, I know it went dark. Yeah, but I'm excited about this event. Looking forward to it. I actually would like to be not only a host slash co-host of this event, but I would also like to participate in the pampering of this event as well. So if y'all see me not talking, y'all, I might be somewhat getting my massage. I might be going to get my manicure or doing something to really, we'll have IV hydration there as well. So if you want to get you a drip and get hydrated, you feel like you ain't got enough energy and you need a little refresher, or we'll have that there as well. And there'll be a table there to spin, so you may even have a chance of getting a full drip for free. So it's gonna be a great time. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So the link to register will post at tomorrow at midnight. So be ready, be on the lookout. Friday the 13th, it's gonna be posting. Or tonight at midnight, actually, it will be ready to post. But be ready, be on the lookout, and just be looking out for it. So it'll be on our social media sites. It'll be on, if you click the link in my bio, I'll have it listed so you guys can register for the event. And then Taharia can put it in hers as well so you guys can register. It'll be available at midnight tonight. So get ready. I'm excited. I hope y'all excited. Taharia, you ready?
Yeah, well, thank you, Danielle, for sharing so much about the event right now. So that leads me into what you touched on. This event is for individuals who are in service of others. And much like myself and Danielle, we are also in service of others. So when you just got done breaking down about just like these different activities that we'll have the guests doing, it made me think more about what self care really is. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, and I know this word is like really big now amongst many
Oh
of
yeah.
us in the community, and I feel like it's becoming to be big because a lot of our mental health is at stake. And our mental
Oh
health
yeah.
state because of life challenges, PSD. We've gone through a lot with the pandemic and just life in general. And we are learning how to navigate through this and getting to
Yep.
understand, especially from my viewpoint, because my story is, I've battled anxiety and depression, learning how to navigate and incorporate different tools. So for me, self care looks like just loving on myself more. And what is loving on myself more? Well, it looks like doing the things I love to do. You mentioned paint and sip, right, and candle making. And ironically, earlier today, I had to rush out, take the baby to the doctor. And while we were at the doctor, they gave her a coloring book, crayons, and she wanted me to color with her. And it was so soothing and so relaxing that it just triggered in my mind like, Taharia, this is self care, this is self love. I was able to reduce my anxiety from having to rush, also from her crying. So even though I'm a mental health advocate, I also need things to pour into myself because how can I be any good for anyone else if I'm not taking care of myself, right? So what does self care looks like to you?
To me, oh, yeah, self care is a necessity, and I'm gonna be very transparent on this here platform, or this one and the one that gets moved to, which is gonna be on YouTube. But I'm gonna be very transparent. I'm gonna talk about the my self care slipping and just talking about how it's human for that to happen. So I want to just open that up, and then I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm at right now, and then where I used to be, and the difference between the two, and why self care is so important. So my daily self-care, I had a weekly and daily self-care regimen, meaning every day I made sure that I did something for myself that was for me and not for anybody else that I have to serve inside of my household. Meaning my children, my husband, my dogs, nobody else, but just specifically for me. I always had a daily thing that I did for myself. Not only that, I also had weekly regimens that I will also participate in, which typically consisted of either yoga, if during the summer and springtime, going to the beach, spending time by myself, journaling, just a bunch of like a long list of things that I used to do for me. Going to the YMCA, sitting in a jacuzzi, going to take a shower and wash my hair in a women's locker room, going to sit in the sauna, the steam room, going to work out by it, like just all these things were things that I did for myself. Going out to eat at least once a week to treat myself. So like of course, getting your nails done, hair done, that type of stuff. That's something I do on a monthly basis, but these were all things that I did consistently all the time, and I did for me. Sometimes my self care consists of doing absolutely nothing, and I tell my kids that doing nothing is something. And if that means I'm at home and my door is closed and I'm watching TV and I get a chance to watch TV, that is self care for me. So just highlighting the things that we do that we enjoy, I made sure that I did regularly. But let me tell y'all what done happened to me lately. School done started. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
my
It done
schedule
got
is all
it.
it's hectic.
It is yours off too. Mine has
Uh,
been ghetto. Okay, I feel like my kids are just taking over and controlling my life at this point, and I really just was like, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I literally told my husband like, I just want to ball up and cry. I do. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, I have been slipping at my self care. Like, I really have. Like, and I feel the difference. And like, I'm like, oh no, I have to get back to the point that I got these boundaries set up, and it's just like, no. I used to tell my kids, no, no, or I wouldn't miss nothing. I would no, nothing came before my schedule. If it was it was on my calendar. I was not missing it. It was especially if it was for me. But lately, I've been, oh, I'll just wait. Let me have to finish this work. Oh, I gotta do this for the kids. Oh, I gotta do, and my favorite saying, and I'm gonna say this to somebody because somebody may hear it. I know somebody gonna hear it, and it's gonna help somebody. That when you get on the airplane, they tell you if those air masks come down, that you secure the one on your face first if you have a lap baby sitting on your lap. You put yours on first, and then you put your baby's mask on. So before you can do for anybody else, I don't care how many people you got to take care of or who you got to take care of. If you don't take care of you, how are you going to make an impact and do anything for anybody else? So y'all better understand that I'm getting picking up my pieces, and I am literally changing. I have to do a reversal because I have to get back to the old me. I know school done started. I was trying with my kids to get adjusted, but at this point, they're going to have to learn how to be adjusted around my schedule and around my self-care needs because I'm not okay not doing it the opposite. It don't work.
Yeah, and you touched on something that's major too. So again, we're parents, and not everyone is a parent, but life does become hectic at certain points. And when you're not pouring into yourself, you can start feeling the difference of it, especially if you're someone that is already aware that you need self-care.
Yeah,
But again, life is gonna life, and you get thrown off track. So you mentioned something about boundaries, and that's
my favorite word.
important because yes. And the word, and using the word no. I remember when I was younger, I was so scared to tell people no. Like, I was a people pleaser. Do you hear me? If if you wanted something, and like maybe for instance I wasn't available, and I knew I couldn't show up for you, and I told you, and say for instance you got mad, y'all know I would cry, and I would find a way to make sure that I could be available for that person. It was horrible. It was horrible, seriously. And one day I just woke up. I said, I can't do this no more. And when I woke up and started understanding like setting boundaries is healthy, it I don't know, it just made me feel better. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I felt lighter. So with boundary setting, that is something that's a necessity when it comes to self-care. And what is boundary setting? Did you know that you don't have to be so giving of yourself to everyone? Now don't get me wrong, it is nice to be of service and to help others, but what are you doing to pour into yourself? And don't you understand,
Yeah.
like, you don't have to do everything. You do not. You deserve rest, you deserve peace, you deserve time to yourself, and you also deserve to say no. You do.
Oh
You
yeah.
touched on the kids. um I know I have to tell my daughters now no all the time, and it feels good to me as well. And saying it in a healthier way to them. So what is it about boundaries, Danielle, that you think intertwines with self-care?
um, they give you. I'm gonna say they give you a sense of power and control. So, and this is something that I talk to my clients about when I'm telling them about boundaries and creating boundaries and get into that happy place of that place of getting comfortable with saying no and not allowing people to take charge or have control over you. So, having those boundaries they're essential. Like you have to have them. They're important because again, if you're not setting those boundaries and making sure that things don't go out of what you set in stone, then you'll just be going with the flow. And like I said, before you know it, you're getting stretched in every which way. And like I said, these last couple of weeks since school done start, I really feel like that's what's been going on with me because my boundaries have disappeared. And when I say my boundaries were so strong, my no used to be so strong, it used to have a hell in front of it. It used to be like, hell no. What? Who you talk to? You today is Tuesday. What? Don't talk to me. My kids even knew. Don't talk to me on this day at this time. Talk to your father. I am not. No, I am off duty. They already knew. So like I'm telling you, like I'm just gonna tell y'all, I am definitely getting back to that place because this week I actually started back getting my self care, my regimen's back going. So I'm excited to even have it been doing that. So looking forward to my journey of recovery and getting my boundaries back set in stone because they have definitely been loose and not intact. So definitely boundaries are very important for sure.
Yeah, we have a comment from She's a Keeper. She's stating, I'm still working on that too, boundaries. So, what are some
Mm.
tips that you can actually give us when it comes down to setting boundaries? Because, again, from where I come from, I was a people pleaser and I didn't know how to set boundaries. With you going through your path in life and me also having my path in life, what have you learned that has helped you become better at setting boundaries?
I'm gonna say just doing it, not thinking about it, not overthinking it. And then I'm gonna say doing things like having like a planner or just kind of getting more organized. Also challenging yourself with things like you introduced this to me, the book Atomic Habits.
Yeah,
Reading that book, reading that book actually helped me to actually get my flow of what I really wanted to develop and create for myself. Because literally, once I read that book, I was on. Oh, baby, I felt like I was on point, and I understood what it meant to. I'm sorry, y'all. I understood what it meant to actually just, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm setting it, this is why I have to set it. So just, and then you have to do it little by little. Like, don't overwhelm yourself, because for me, I struggle a lot with anxiety, and things overwhelm me very quickly. So, and I'm also my sign, if I tell you guys, I'm a Libra. So things for me, balance means everything to me. So I can't be overwhelmed. I have to be right in the middle. So boundaries mean so much to me as a Libra, because my scale is going to be off. And if my scale is off, I don't have anything else to give. So setting that, doing the calendar, getting up, having those morning rituals, starting my day. Like, first it started out with just journaling. I was struggling with journaling. I could not get a pen to paper for nothing. And then I stopped overthinking that. And I'm just like, okay, yoga taught me how to start journaling. Like, little, it's just as crazy as this stuff sounds, but it did. Going to yoga taught me to set an intention for my practice. So journaling, I used to use that same mindset, and I used to journal, and I used to set an intention for my day or what I
mm-hmm.
was going to write about with journaling. So I would label my journal whatever my intention was for that day. So what do I want out of this day today? If I wanted peace, if I wanted prosperity, if I wanted freedom, if I wanted whatever I wanted, I would set it as the top for my journaling. And these are the things that help me to create my boundaries, because it's like, okay, every morning this is what I got to do. I got to get up, I got to make up my bed. So Atomic Habit had me getting up, making up my bed, grabbing my journal, going into the bathroom, because that was my favorite place to go in the morning time, sitting on the toilet, me journaling, and then doing everything else that I needed to do, and then not letting anything break that. So just that constant consistency of just doing it is what really helped me. And then that calendar, those are the things that help me keep my boundaries. And then just not overthinking it, just doing it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Got some additional comments. She's a keeper statement that it doesn't sound crazy. It makes sense. And then we have DM me that book. I absolutely will, Queen. So what Danielle is speaking in reference to, and like you just stated, it doesn't sound crazy. It's not crazy. All of this stuff goes hand in hand, like all of it. If you are faced with anxiety, depression, and stress, right? It's not just you saying positive words to yourself. Like, you have to do the entire thing. You know, you have to be able to pour into yourself and actually identify like who you are, what it is that you love to do, how
Yes.
you go about setting it up for yourself. And one thing, and that was something outside of Atomic Habits, like my guy had been telling me for years, like, you need to be organized, you need to be organized. And honestly, if a mom of four daughters, like, organization looked like what to me? No, I
What?
lived my life in chaos. Like, it
Yeah.
was, you know,
Yep.
going by the flow, going by the moment. And you already know, especially with kids, they were like, can you take me here? Can you do this? Can you do that? And you say yes to it often. But by reading that book, Atomic Habits, I was able to start putting things together and start structuring my time and my day. And my day job is as a senior operations manager, and I have to live off structure. But at home, that wasn't happening, and it was crazy that it wasn't happening when I have to be like this other person at work. But at home, I'm much softer. I feel like I can just be, you know, who I am, my nurturing self. But again, that came down to me being a people pleaser.
Yeah.
So the book help me to put things into perspective. Also meeting like-minded people such as yourself, Danielle, because when you come across like-minded people and they are so inspiring, you know, it's no hate, it's no jealousy, anything like that. Like, I really do look at Danielle as if she's my sister and she's inspiring me, because this girl has so many amazing things going on. Whenever we link up, I already knew this conversation was going to be electrifying because her energy is just electrifying. So that's how you know this event that we're doing too on mental health on World Mental Health Day on October 12th is going to be electrifying because you got
Oh
this
yeah.
beautiful queen right here that's going to be a part of it along with myself, and we already
Thanks.
come through and make things happen, period, right? um but yeah, so those tools, all of that stuff goes hand in hand, and then it comes back to your support team. You know, do you have the right support team to help you
Oh,
on this journey?
yep.
Because it is hard to do it by yourself. It
Oh
really
yeah.
is. You know, we've been taught to kind of like close people out, or, you know, seek. I'm not, I don't want to cross paths and say anything wrong to anyone, but, you know, a lot of times people just say, oh, go talk to God about it, you know, and God wants you to execute on stuff. You have to be
Absolutely.
able to execute, and when you execute and you open yourself up to rearranging and doing the work on yourself, and you making these steps, well, because you're putting it out in your universe, because you are making these different moves, energy attracts energy, right?
Yep.
You attract like-minded people your way, and that doesn't mean to be gullible, but it just means that some of these people are definitely meant to be in your life, and you forming your tribe. And because
Yeah.
you form your tribe and you need that support, because we are born to help each other out, don't get it twisted. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. We all are born on purpose with a purpose, and each one of us are here to help each other out, realize our goals, realize our dreams.
Yep.
That's why I'm really big on community support, especially within our Black community. Like, we have to start showing up and showing out for each other, because each one of us has a special gift. We do.
Oh,
And the
oh yes.
more we, yeah, and the more we connect with each other, the more we're able to shine, and the more we're able to help others rise and come to a better thinking. And She's a Keeper stated also, oh, it always seems to be opposite. Organized at work and chaotic at home, or chaotic at work and organized at home. Yeah, it's a lot of times like that. And a young lady that I actually life coach, crazy thing, right? I'm a life coach, and then here it is. I got to do these things behind the scenes. But if you don't live like it, you can't really speak on it. But
That's
we
true.
talked about it, you know, infiltrating what she's learning at work to incorporate it at home. So just like she's structured at work and she has communication, okay, bring that into the household too, and see how it goes. And now you're able to see like how all of this actually does go hand in hand. So that was an eye opener for me too, because I was preaching it, and I had to learn. I had to learn while I was preaching it. Like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. but,
It make a lot of sense. Run your life like a business. I've learned that, and it's been working. It actually works running your life like a business, especially when you're a business-oriented instructor. But I also want to say one thing, just because we're on this topic of mental health, and I know that with, like you said, about the Black community, and with us, we have this big stigma about mental health. The word is not sexy in itself. So using the word self-care are a little easier to digest for our community opposed to using the word mental health, because mental health is like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that there's something wrong with me? People automatically feel attacked, and they think of that stigma of, I don't need to go get any help, or I can talk to God can help me. But there's definitely stories in the Bible that talk about when God, um it was the, I can't, don't quote me, but it was a story when somebody was in the middle of the ocean, and they end up dying because God sent them three boats, and they decided that they didn't want to take any of the boats because they wanted God to physically come down and pick them up out of the water. Again, like Taharia said, God wants you to execute. Faith without works is dead. So you have to, you know, what God wants you to do something. God is going to give you the resources and give you the help that you need. So don't feel like you cannot get any help. If you feel like you are suffering, you do not have to suffer in silence. You need a tribe. You need someone to talk to. You need somebody to help you get over the hump. Sometimes your family and friends may not be the best people to talk to when it comes to certain issues, when it comes to mental health. If they don't have the credentials behind to talk to you about certain advice, go seek some professional help. I'm going to say that because as a mental health first aider, we are not getting enough support in this department at all. I have so many family members and friends that I know that are struggling in this capacity, and they just refuse to go get help. Mental health first aiders, therapists, everybody. We get there. We have therapists just like we give that back to other people. I'll be a therapist soon, and that's something I'm very much so passionate about, and helping people, understanding them, helping them understand what's going on up here, and helping them to be able to get through that. So I'm definitely gonna say that, please, y'all, if y'all know that y'all can't handle y'all situation, don't do it in silence. Get a community to help you, but do not feel ashamed to go get some professional help if you need it.
Yes. Yes, yes. I love everything on what you stated. And I know we're at time, so that leads us to wrapping up. And everything that you just stated, the power in community and please getting some help and support. Again, that's what our event is about to be about on October 12th from 11 to 3 p.m. We are definitely pouring back into you all. Like Danielle said, the first 20 tickets are free. We'll be posting a link soon. And we're going to have yoga. We're going to have paint set. We're going to have intentional candle making. We're going to have IV drips. We're going to have massages. What else we
Yep.
got going on? I don't want to miss it.
And manis and manicures.
So
So y'all can come. Yeah.
it's,
So
yeah,
come on
this is
out.
all for
Come
you. This is
on
all for you.
out.
So come out, represent, just get poured into like how you deserve. And trust me, it's going to help to give you a nice reset. And then we're gonna share tools with you. We are in it for the long run. We're here. We are a tribe, and we would love you to come be a part of our team and just enjoy a day of relaxation with us. So thank you so much, Danielle. Again, we'll be hosting like a 5-week series, so we'll be catching you guys next week. We'll have another live, and we're also looking to have some of our guest speakers because we got some panelist speakers at the event. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Thanks
Yes.
everyone for joining. Thank you, sweetheart. Talk to you later.
Okay.